Today we're going to talk a little bit about the workflow with dense compartments. When we use it, it's not only to kind of check if we got something new or if we have missed some of the openings, because when we run the tool, it will check all the openings that are located on a wall that we have rated. So for instance, we got a facade here, and if you're going to say that, okay, from this staircase, we want to have 2.5 meters from here all the way here, we want that rated, meaning this window should be rated as well. So you can go here, run the tool to place a wall requirement on this wall. Get it here. I'm going to escape twice. I can select this wall requirement, and I can pull this end, and you can see kind of, I can pull it. You can see the dimensions there, the temporary dimensions, and I can actually enter on my keyboard 2500, and that will move that endpoint 2500, well, to 2500 from the endpoint here. And we get a warning or a notification saying, well, when it was long, it was connected or joined with all these. We're going to unjoin them, and that's fine, meaning we got something like this. And because this wall compartmentation are kind of almost, well, overlapping with the window, we can place, for instance, the EW30 requirement on this window, which would be the correct one. I'm gonna select this one and use spacebar to rotate, and we got it here. I keep on designing, and when I think I'm finished, I'm gonna go here and run the tool Dense Compartments, and we will get in a few seconds a bunch of different warnings. 36 of those actually, and we can go here into the schedules. We can go into the Dense Compartment doors and windows to figure out where they are. We got levels here. We got the values, so you can kind of select them, and we can do the same here for windows, but I'm going to jump back here to level 4 and only do this one. But what you can see here is that we got a bunch of false negatives, because this is a facade wall. We're going to have a bunch of openings here which will never be well, could be rated, but the architect will never split this wall for us. So every time we run dense compartments, we're going to have these unconnected, meaning we can have a lot of false negatives that we have to go through every time, and that is kind of time consuming, and we don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is, once we run it, we can kind of see like, okay, they're never going to split this wall, and these values will always appear when I run the tool itself. So here I can select actually one or several of them. I'm going to select kind of all of them. I'm going to isolate those in and isolate elements. And I can see here I got those window requirements, we got those door requirements. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these windows, and I'm going to change the value from fire rating window to a dash. It's a pure dash, meaning we got the default value as they don't have requirement. Same here with the doors. So I'm going to select these two doors and not change the grid, but I'm going to change the fire rating door, which is unconnected. I'm going to change it to a dash. I can either actually just leave them like this. They kind of almost not in the way. Some people don't like it. We will of course see them in 3D. So it's like this. We can kind of see all the window here. I'm gonna raise them up a little bit so we can see them a little bit better. They would have kind of that symbol of no requirement in 3D. Can be of course pointless information, let's say, but they're still here. What we can do is kind of the same way we can do when we deliver. We can start hiding things that are still connected, but we can hide them, meaning when the architect links our model, they won't see those requirements. We won't see those as well as default. And by doing that, we can go down here to design options. We got it all the way down here. We can start design option, and we always start at option set. We can call it option set 1. It doesn't really matter. We can rename them. We can rename it as delivery, or in this case, I'm going to name it dense compartments. And the first one, option 1, which is the primary, which is called option one. We're gonna rename this and call it empty because it always should be 100% empty. We will never see anything here, and we can use and create another option. Leave the name at the option one. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but this is where we're gonna place all our components. So if I close here, I created the option one. We're standing now in main model. I will jump back to level 4 here, and I'm gonna isolate all those again. I'm gonna select these. I'm gonna select all those, select entire project. I'm gonna isolate those elements, which we're gonna see here. We got all those dash here. So we can select all those, and we can go here and add to set. We'll select the set of dense compartments. We're gonna deselect empty because it should be empty, and only have the option one here. And we'll run OK. As you can see, they disappear from the view. They're going to disappear completely here, even in 3D. They're gone. We can change to empty. It's empty. Everything turns gray. We can change to option one, and they're here. And we go back to main model. They're empty again. Now we have connected the dash to those components, meaning we won't send in the data to those, and we kind of check them off like we're never going to have any requirements on you. They can move them around. That's fine. So if I run the tool dense compartments again, they already have a requirement. They will be imported, but we'll never see those. But as the project kind of progress, they're gonna kind of move around. They're gonna probably delete some things out those doors. It's fine that they move around, but we want to kind of clear them off from audit trail when you use that one. So what you should do is kind of go into a 3D view. What I recommend, go into a 3D view where you see everything, kind of hide the architect model, go and hide that. But all you need to do is kind of jump to option one, select everything in option one. As you can see, I can only select objects which are in here. And when you get a new model, go into option one as you begin, and you can go in here to resolve or accept. We can just accept it. It's fine because it doesn't really matter where they are at. They can be in the middle of the room, outside the kind of model, and everything will be perfectly fine because we will never see those. We kind of just check them from dense compartment. So we would just run accept first. So accept that one, meaning they will disappear automatically from audit trail, and we can start going through those. And that is kind of a smart way how we can use dense compartments, combining with the design option to kind of get those false negatives away from our features that we got up here. And yeah, now you have a clean model. You can run it again. If they added any new openings on that wall, you repeat it, change it to a dash, move it to the design option, and then start ignoring it.